Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing bass fishing tips and tricks for November and December. So, let's kind of get on right into it. So, some of my baits I got 7 of them. So, I'm going to do my least one first, and then the best. I'm saving the best for the last. If that makes any sense. It should. But a lot of the bass in November and December, they're trying to eat up all the bait. So that is a reason why I love throwing a rattle trap. A rattle trap is a very good and not expensive bait at all. This one only costs like $3, so they are very, very cheap, but they catch some fish. I will say that. I've caught bluegill all the way up to a catfish on these. So these baits, very, very good and amazing. They are absolutely hands down reliable baits, especially for like 10 feet of water. Heck, you ain't even got to be that deep. These things will work in 4 foot of water. That's something else I love about them. Versatile. Next is a fluke. It's a little white fluke. Now, I don't fish with a fluke much. I've only caught a couple bass on them. But my friend caught his personal best last year, I think it was, on a fluke. And I absolutely just love what's called flukes. Every now and then when I decide I want to throw them, I need to get some more, by the way, but not on topic. These baits right here, amazing. And they're so simple and they react like a bait fish, similar to the rattle trap, but they act different. This is a hard bait, this is a soft plastic. Different. Next is a swim bait. Now, swim baits are very effective, also being because the bass, they're trying to eat up all the bait. So, that's why a rattle trap, swim bait, and a fluke. That's why they are all amazing baits. Now, I've only caught a couple on these swim baits, these smaller swim baits, but these things, I've seen a lot. I've seen a couple of my friends use them, and they just destroy bass on them. Very simple to use. All you do, this is how I've always caught them on them. Straight reel. Because that tail is gonna do all that blah, 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 moving, boom, all that. But that dropping my baits, well, that works. Gotta get this thing out of the carpet. There we go. But anyway, these baits, extremely good, very reliable baits, and even the small ones and then the monsters can hit it. So, next is a frog. Now, the frogs, I've caught a crap load of fish on a frog. They are very reliable. And something else you may want to also do in November is downsize your baits. I've seen people use like these 5-6 inch what's called swim baits, or like a 10, or not a 10, but like a 8 or 9 inch top water. November, the only thing that's gonna hit that is a 10-pounder, or maybe if you're lucky, a 6. I don't know. The only thing that's gonna hit that is going to be a monster, and you will go out time and time and time again. You will finally get that big and that wants to eat it. But it's going to take a crap load of work. And if you're just fishing for fun, a smaller frog or a smaller bait in general, absolutely amazing. Like, usually you can go up all the way up to like a KBD palm perch, which that's on one of my fishing rods. And I don't want to cut the line, so. But, yep, the frogs, absolutely amazing. So that is why it is number 4. Next, the last 3, besides this one I'm getting ready to show, are topwater. A spinnerbait. I can't hold on to anything today. Number 3 is a spinnerbait. Now, in October last month, I ended up catching my personal best on a spinnerbait, 9 pounds. It was a monster. But I never really liked spinnerbaits, but then I started using them and I just fell in love with them. And with this one, you can actually, if you can reel it fast enough, being this thing kind of like turns and all that, it can also kind of work like a buzz bait. So it's really, spinners, they're so versatile. And they're basically weedless. Or maybe not this one, but like the smaller, like double blade spinners, them things are basically weedless. But these baits, unless you throw it inside a tree. But these baits, absolutely amazing. And something you may want to do is work the bait a little bit slower. So instead of working it like vroom, you may want to start to work it like a little bit slower. Because the bass, they're a little bit sluggish, kind of. I guess that's be the word you use for a bass. But spinners, number 3. And this November, and I'm looking forward to December, I've been catching quite a few bass on spinners. So those, very good baits. And now, my final 2. The number 2 bait, that this is all my opinion, is a popper. I have caught a crap load of fish on poppers, and everything that pops that's a topwater fish in November want it. And with a popper, you may want to work it a little bit slower. So I know some people that work a popper like boom, 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 boom. You don't want to, I mean, you can catch fish on that, but it's not the most ideal. I recommend every pop, I'd say leave it about 3 to 4 seconds, and then pop it again. That is what I have been finding the most effective. But yesterday I caught a 5-pounder on a popper. So the big fish, them big bass, they're roaming, and you got to go out and get yourself a popper, and maybe just go to Walmart. These things are only like $3-4, cheap, not expensive, and that's something I love about all these baits, except for this last one. They are all under $10. This frog, $5. 3, like I think it's 6. 4. And this is like the most expensive one besides this last one. And this is like $7 or $8. Still very, very cheap. Now, this last one is the most expensive and also what I've caught my most fish on. It's my confidence bait. If you are a bass fisherman and you have never tied one of these baits onto your line and gave it a cast, you are missing out. This is the well-known Whopper Plopper. And if you don't know what that is, if you go bass fishing and you don't know what a Whopper Plopper is, go to Green Top or Bass Pro or Dick's Sporting Goods and buy one of these. Best decision you will ever make. But these, the smaller ones, are $14. The bigger ones are $16. So they can get slightly expensive, still decently cheap, but they're still kind of expensive for a bass fishing bait. But I ended up 3 days ago, I caught a 7-pound, 10-ounce bass on one of these. These baits right here are amazing. I have caught so many fish on these water ploppers. I've caught catfish, bluegill, crappie, even bass. And that is what these things are made for. So, let me know what y'all thought about this video down in the comments below. And like and subscribe. And maybe share this video with a friend if y'all feel you want to. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but I do appreciate it. So, I think that's going to wrap today's video up. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I already said that. So, I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank you for watching.